Hey guys, it's Eddie and today I am back with another top favourites list for you all. Now it is only a few days away from Christmas. I'm super excited. For all of those who celebrate Christmas, I hope you're excited as well. But if you need, these last few days to really get into the Christmas spirit, I'm just going to go through my top 5 Christmas movies for you all. Now, I'm doing 5 movies today instead of my usual 10 because I have to admit, I love Christmas, but Christmas movies don't actually make up a large percentage of the movies that I like. I don't know what it is, I just have my set favourite Christmas movies and I don't tend to branch out of those, or I'll just have the Christmas movies that I love and then there'll just be a couple of others. So I didn't feel like I had enough to make up 10 that I'd seen and really loved, like I have with like horror movies and just regular movies. So I thought to give you a really decent list, I'd do 5 instead. So I hope that's okay with you guys. But nevertheless, I hope this list gets you in the Christmas spirit a little. And yeah, I had to do another Christmas themed video, because it's only a few days away, so what the hell. Here we go. Here is my top 5 favourite Christmas movies list. Now, number 1 on this list is, of course, The Nightmare Before Christmas, which I reviewed earlier this week. I won't go into any more detail about this because you can just go and watch that review if you want. There's no point me reiterating what I've already said here, but all I will say is that it's a fantastic kooky Tim Burton animation with a lovely Christmas theme, and I watch it every year without fail, and I think it is definitely my most favourite Christmas movie of all time. So there we go. The second movie on this list is Die Hard. Now, you might think Die Hard, that is not a Christmas movie. Well, I'll tell you, it is. This is a fantastic action movie, but it all takes place around the festive holidays, and I absolutely adore Bruce Willis. I think it's got such a fantastic, suspenseful, plot in it, and of course it is inclusive of the fantastic late great Alan Rickman as the villain, Hans Gruber, and it's just kind of a Christmas movie filled with adrenaline. You might be like, well, it's not a Christmas movie other than that it's set around Christmas time, but I don't know. Watching Bruce Willis die hard always seems to get me in the festive mood. Yippee-ki-yay, mother. The next movie on my list, other than Die Hard and The Nightmare Before Christmas, is It's a Wonderful Life. Now, this is an old classic, it's an old staple classic, and if you haven't seen this film, I would highly recommend it. If you're the kind of person that thinks, oh, the old movies, they're so boring, you would be totally wrong. Old movies make up a large percentage of my favourite movies. Black and white movies are way better than you would ever expect. I know they seem boring, but they're absolutely not. You have to give them a try. And I think this movie, although is a sort of trajectory of sadness for George Bailey, who's played by the fantastic James Stewart, I think it has a fantastic message. And it's really sort of beautiful story that just makes you feel sort of warm and happy around Christmas time. It might make you shed a few tears, but I think it's a really beautiful movie with fantastic performances in it. And yeah, it's just got a fantastic moral message, which is, I guess, important around Christmas time to have. And James Stewart is one of my favourite actors. He's always brilliant, and in this movie he's no different. He plays the part incredibly well, and I guess it's the kind of film that just makes you appreciate what you have at Christmas and will make you appreciate Christmas for what it is at the time, and it will just push all your troubles away and sort of make you think that what you have may be better than what you immediately think it is. So that wasn't a great explanation, but yeah, It's a Wonderful Life. It's a really cute older movie and it had to be on this list because I love it. The next movie on this list is Love Actually. Now, my friend Anne, who I've mentioned before in one of my videos, she absolutely adores this movie, so shout out to Anne. This one's for you, my darling. Now, Love Actually is, it's just a brilliant Christmas movie. It's absolutely hilarious while heartbreaking at the same time. And it's very hard to explain because it's literally about 50 million stories in one. But it follows a sort of array of characters, all sort of tied up in different romantic storylines around the holidays, and it's absolutely fabulous to watch. It has an absolutely stellar cast and it's just a fantastic movie. It's hilarious and wonderful, and you know, there's just some unforgettable movie moments in that film. You know, if it's not Bill Nye's, you know, naked music video towards the end of the film, it's Hugh Grant dancing around number 10 Downing Street to Jump by Girls Aloud, and you know, it's just fantastic. And yeah, I would highly recommend this film if you haven't seen it already. It's got incredible cast and I love it. Always gets me in the Christmas mood. The next and final movie on my list, oh my goodness, we got here quickly, but I will do some honourable mentions. The final movie on my list is Home Alone. Now, I don't know how you could sort of not love Home Alone. I think it's such a fun film, and you know, obviously little Kevin is adorable. He's a fantastic little character to follow through the movie when he gets left at home for the holidays by his vast family who all seem to hate him, and you know, for a majority of the film he's left alone. He's glad to be shot of them and he has a, you know, enjoys his freedom for a little bit, but soon he realizes that Christmas wouldn't really be the same without them. He starts to miss them, especially his mother, and you know, that's made all the more worse by the fact that Joe Pesci is trying to rob his house. So you know, there's got to be a point at which you know, you really want your family back at that point. But I think this is a really fantastic movie. Macaulay Culkin is adorable in the lead role, and we all love little Kevin. We all feel sorry for him, but it's got a wonderful resolution, a fantastic face-off between Kevin and the robbers, and I think that scene with all of Kevin's booby traps just being so wonderfully executed and absolutely smashing the robbers to pieces, making just them crumble, is one of those scenes that will probably go down in movie history. It's so much fun, and yeah, I love it. It's a great movie, and I have watched the sequel. I've watched Home Alone 2 Lost in New York, and while I like that one, I've watched the first one more, so I can sort of put it more safely on this list. You might prefer the sequel's great, but yeah, the first one, the original for me, had to be on this list. So that is my top 5 favourite Christmas films. I know it's been a short list, but I will give you some honourable mentions. So I wanted to include the likes of Elf on this list. I think that's a hilarious film. And for the horror fans out there, I was seriously considering putting Black Christmas on there, but I will admit that that's a pretty uncomfortable film to watch, and although it's called Black Christmas and set around the holiday times, doesn't really get me in the Christmas mood. It just really freaks me out and think that there's someone, you know, living in my attic and I don't know about it. But that's a fantastic horror movie for any of my fellow horror fans out there. And yeah, those were the ones that I was sort of considering putting on the list, but my top 5 is solid. I love the films that I have thus mentioned, and I hope you love them too. Your Christmas movies list, your favourites might be completely different to mine, but that is totally okay. We all have different opinions. That is the beauty of movies. But I hope that you sit down and enjoy your favourite Christmas movies this holiday season, and I hope you guys have an absolutely fantastic Christmas. I hope I will. I don't know, I'm just, after this year, I'm so looking forward to something as nice as Christmas, because we've been through enough shite this year to really deserve a good Christmas time. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.